Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Facing the Encounter. My name is Jeff. Today is going to be the first round to Season 2's limited environment tournament that I'm involved in with other people too. Kind of give you a rundown. This is second season of what we did a couple months ago. Basically, the way that this worked, this was originally first season was done with Jason Sketch, Solo Marvel Champion, and Abby Small, MC deck discussions, and myself. And basically, what we did was we thought it would be fun to play a little bit of a tournament where we drafted only a limited pool, and whatever you draft is what we use to basically create our decks, and we all faced the same villains, and then everything was done based on a scoring system. So kind of go down a little bit of like how I didn't really have a chance to put out anything on how my draft picks went. But there are other content out there from everyone else that's in this tournament that has went over, who they drafted and what they were thinking as for builds. To mention out there, we have Ava Small had put something out, Earth Twister, Jason Sketch, I believe Staggy also did, and Monkey. Those are actually the players that are in my pod right now. To kind of go over about a little bit of like what my deck pool is. So it was 10 rounds, and it was like a snake draft, if you will. And I went ahead and I drafted Civil War as my first box set. So everyone has access to the core set. And then we each get to draft 2 expansion boxes. And we also get to draft 8 heroes. So I drafted in the first round the Civil War box set, and then I snagged Hercules, Winter Soldier, Magneto. And then the 5th round I grabbed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then I actually grabbed Silk in the 6th round. And then in round 7, 8, 9... round 7, I grabbed Thor, Wolverine at round 8, Captain America at round 9, and then Jubilee round 10. I did make a trade with Evan Small. I actually offered him Silk to trade for his Wonder Man, and he graciously accepted it. So now I have the Wonder Man hero pack in my card pool right now. So just a little bit of kind of like how it stems out as far as the rules of how the tournament goes. I will go ahead and see if I can actually share that. Bear with me. I wanted to share it. There we go. I think that's how you do it. There. See if that pops up. Oh, there we go. Hopefully that's clear. Yeah, so this was the drafting order. So these are the players that are in my pod right now. have a small monkey, and Steggy. And then this is the rounds of how we drafted everything. And then to go a little bit over on how the tournaments are played out. I think I have to switch it over to that, right? Why doesn't it work? There we go. And alright, cool. Yeah, so this is the rules for the tournament. So we've already done the draft phase. This is all broken up in pods, and there are 4 players to each of those pods, and then we have a villain selection and all that. So now that there was what was it? I think you had the rule for the points. Here we go. This is what I wanted to show. So this is how it's going to work. So the first game I am going to do a practice game. Just to stretch it out, get warmed up. So for the rules of that, because I'm live streaming the games, I have to call it out. So that's what I'm doing now. So the first game I do will be my practice game. This won't count. When we get into the next game, this will be for the thing. So if you defeat your villain, it's a win, and then the following steps to reporting to your pod guardian, your points. So if you win, you get 10 points, but there are deductions. If you get -1 point for every threat that's on the main, and then you get -1 point for every minion that's in play, and then -1 point for every encounter side scheme. Player side schemes don't count in play. The minimum score you can achieve with a win is 4 points, regardless of deductions. You earn a TKO used by breaking ties if you score 4 points. If you were defeated by the villain by damage or the completion of the final main scheme, it's a loss and it's reported 3 points, no bonus points or no deductions. So that's pretty much it. You lose by scheme, you lose by the villain, boom, 3 points. That's it, move on. But if you win, then we go down the checklist of how we're going to do that. So that's how the scoring works in our tournament settings. That being said, I decided for this game I was going to kind of try and make it a little thematic. So I have selected to go in as the Winter Soldier and take on the Black Widow. That is the first villain that I'll be playing against. This is all done in just a standard 1, expert 1. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I decided to go with I was having a hard time debating on which aspect I wanted to go in with this game. I was thinking justice, then I was kind of looking at my card pool, and I was like, I don't think I have a lot of justice strength. If I would have drafted the hero pack that would have had infiltration, I probably would have maybe changed my mind. I did make a deck build with the justice aspect, but I don't know, I was kind of unsure with it. So I decided I was going to try something I haven't done yet with the game, and I decided to do a leadership doing a cameo. So the cameo that I wanted to do with that, I wanted to do this right here. There we go. I wanted to use Moon Knight. So just kind of go over what the cameo card does. This came with the Wonder Man hero pack. I don't know if that's coming in clear. Probably not. With my luck, yeah, probably not. So setup. It's a setup card. It does count towards your deck count. So it is part of the setup, and setup occurs after you do your mulligan. So search your collection for an identity-specific ally for an identity that's not in this game. Shuffle that ally into your deck, discard 2 cards from your hand, remove this card from the game. So I selected Moon Knight, and without the allies that I was going over, I had a couple in mind I was going to do before I did the final selection with Moon Knight. I decided I was going to go with Spider Woman from Captain Marvel's deck, because she's kind of like almost like a Mockingbird, almost, you know, and she confuses, and you know, Black Widow can scheme pretty hard with her kit. So I was kind of going towards that route. Oh my goodness, Kitty! Oh, you failed. The cat tried jumping up and failed. Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna go Spider Woman. Then I was thinking about maybe doing Ominous Cho, because with him it would be kind of like having my own little cheap Avengers Mansion, basically, because I wouldn't do anything with him except for exhaust him and draw a card. But then I was kind of thinking, well, Moon Knight kind of does the things that Bucky likes to do. He likes to hunt and kill minions. So Moon Knight, you know, is kind of perfect for him because, one, I think currently right now, I think Moon Knight is, I don't know, it's like a 3-way tie at this point, because Ominous Cho is pretty sweet because of card draw, and card draw is very powerful. But you know, Wiccan is also very powerful ally, because they can go. I was thinking about doing Wiccan too, because that would help me select any type of identity specific event in the in my kit. But Moon Knight, it's cool because he's literally a 1-cost ally with 3 health. He brings 2 thwart, 2 attack to the table, and his force response is perfect. Search the deck or the encounter deck or the discard pile for a minion, put them into play engaged with you, and then stun and confuse them. Why not? That works. You can pull them out for me, and then I can knock them down. So I did put in the description the layout of my deck, of what I'm running in it. So I am. Give you a quick rundown on this. So I put a Triskelion in here. I don't know if it was actually really needed, but I mean, it'll give me a slot open for more allies if I start to get overloaded with them. We're gonna run a Helicarrier to help with cost, because a lot of Winter Soldier's cards are pretty expensive. We are able to pay for our attack events with our arm. I threw in 2 copies of Get Ready. These are pretty solid. This will, for 0 cost, you get to ready up an ally and have them activate again, which is, perfect for trying to attack a port. I did add the Winter Widow Soldier Spy team up event card with our ally Black Widow. This card is great. Just because if I have her, even if I have this in the discard pile and I play Widow from my hand, I get to pull an attack event from my discard pile to my hand. Then I can use my arm to pay for this, and then deal 4 damage. But before we do the 4 damage, you put a preparation upgrade from your discard pile into play, deal 4 damage. Ideally, my target is going to be a minion that's about to be destroyed, because what I would do with this combo is I would search for. I only have 2 preparations in my deck, and it's the preparations I need, and they're both in my kit. It's my my silent infiltration 2 cost upgrade. Hero response: after you attack and defeat an enemy, discard this card, ready your hero, and confuse an enemy. So I literally could play this, hold this from my discard pile, put it into play, kill my target. Then I do my Winter Soldier thing where I can remove 2 off a threat. Then I can discard this, ready up, put a confusion on the villain, or confuse an enemy. But obviously our target would be the villain because we don't want her to scheme at all. So that's what I'm hoping to. That's what I'm hoping to pull out of this game and this with that. Multi-talented works really well with Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier. Literally for it's a hero, it's an attack and a thwart. So again, we can use our arm to pay for this. We can make whatever resources we did for that. We get to physical resource, deal 2 damage to enemy. But if you paid using the arm, you'll be able to add 1 more damage to that. So we'll be throwing 3 damage somewhere, removing 2 from a threat, and we can heal for 2 also. I mean, I feel like with any justice or leadership deck, yeah, you got to bring the staples, right? So make the call. We're most likely going to be targeting any allies that we think we might need for the situation. Mostly, we'll probably be trying to grab Moon Knight because it's going to be dirt cheap to bring him back. We're running 3 copies of Squared Off. This also synergizes very nicely with Bucky because it discards the deck, brings in a minion, and then we get to reduce the cost of our ally that we play by 3. We'll be targeting our more expensive allies. The allies I brought for this is going to be Maria Hill, Hawkeye, Thor, Nick Fury Sr., Mockingbird, and Squirrel Girl. Thor is a great choice also to put in with Winter Soldier because, again, it synergizes to what he wants. He wants minions on the table to beat up and do cool things with. And Thor is gonna thwart for 3, or he can attack for 2, but double consequential damage. Hawkeye is by far my favorite leadership ally card. So any type of leadership deck I play, I always have him because he's great. Ideally, I probably want to have him on the table first because then I get 4 arrow counters, and then whenever a minion gets engaged or whatever minion I bring in, I mean they're pretty bulky too. These minions, especially with the newer set cards from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and onward. He's going to do some chip damage, and he's going to soften them up and make them a little bit weaker. Nick Fury Sr. is great. He potentially can remove 5 threat off something, or he can give a shield character a tough status card. So we're starting to feel the pinch. We might, we're trying to stay up as long as we can. We can bring him out, remove, put a tough status on. Then we can have him attack with thwart, or we can use our get readies to target him to, at least take, 4 threat off something and still use him for a blocker when the villain phase starts. I put in 2 copies of Practice Plan. This is solely to salvage our silent infiltrations, so we can try to get as many ready ups as we possibly can. And we get our 3, basic double resource cards: Strength, Energy, and Genius. And then, of course, the Power of Leadership to help pay for the pricey blue cards. And that's so far, and that's about it for as far as the build goes. So on that note, let's get this shuffled up and get our practice game in. So the Widow's Web. I can't talk today. I don't know if I ever could. So the Widow's Web is a 1-stage scenario. Threshold is 10. We are going to be running the AIM Abduction and AIM Science modular sets. Got our obligation already ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aim scientists, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then our standard and our expert cards are right there. A couple key things we're gonna want to try to worry about or kind of look out for is when she gets these gauntlets on the table, she's going to have higher attack and she's going to have retaliate, and it's going to be super annoying. Ideally, we want to try and keep that main down to 0, so then we can at least try to like trigger it and make them discard. Her gauntlets, we also have to watch out for because this will prevent damage on her. We want to make sure that we do have allies on the table because if we get hit with the stun net, we are not going to be able to do anything until we can get rid of it, but we can exhaust the character to get that removed. She has 3, I believe. I thought she had more. I thought she had 3 of these. Yes, not. She has 2. Looks like she has 2 minions, the aim commandos that will 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I thought she had 3. I guess I can't count either. So we have the aim commandos we got to worry about. They have quick strike. Those might be the ideal targets we want to grab when we're in alter ego, when we have our house up. The aim grunts might be a little annoying. They're chunky, 5 health, and they have guard. We want to make sure we have those confuses on because she does have 2 other activations that help her scheme. She also has the Dance of Death, so she's really good at clearing out our table. So this is another potential scenario we have to watch out for. The Widow's Bite is going to be annoying because it will poison us. Not poison, stun us. So I would have to imagine our priority target that we're going to want to get on the table. We're going to want to get our armor on, and I would like to try and get my mask on. So then anything that I kill, I can also get some card draw out of that too. The aim abductors are super annoying. When they come, we want to make sure that we keep that superhuman's side scheme out. So basically what this will do is when it's on the table, whenever an ally leaves play, and that means like either defeated by consequential damage or maybe discarded, get rid of it. Once they leave play, it goes right underneath this, and it puts more threat on it to its cost, and it also adds an acceleration token. If the NAB gets revealed, basically what happens is if the side scheme is not in play, we have to go find it and put it into play. So we won't have to worry about the surge because it's not being revealed. And then we have to discard cards on top of our deck until we get a ally and then put it on there. If this thing gets like 3 allies on there, I'm cooked at that point. I'm going to be forgetting that scenario and moving on with my life. Because then I'm just going to be, circling the drain, if you will. And then the nice thing, though, is whenever allies are under here, when this thing's defeated, we get to put the tucked allies back into play. So if I have cards that have when entering play, those effects will kick in too. So say if I had a Nick Fury in there, Senior, or a Moon Knight, that's nice. And then the aim abductors, they're 4 minions. They're 1/2 minions, 4 health. They have a win revealed effect. Tuck the ally you control with the most remaining hit points under abduct superhumans. If you don't have an ally in there, you place 2 threat on the abduct superhumans. But if the superhumans is not in play, we would find it and just put it in play, and that doesn't reveal it. So it's pretty nice also. And then we have our aim science. So we're getting 3 aim soldiers. They have patrol. When they get revealed, they're going to find this guy, the aim scientist. He gets acceleration on his card. He's a 0/0/2. Not too bad. He is vulnerable. The thing with him is that when we're engaged with other minions, we can't attack him. It does not mean he's not immune to taking damage. So he's definitely able to be targeted by, say, a Squirrel Girl ability. The one thing we do have to look out for is the mad science side scheme, and each minion gains 1 acceleration icon. So, and this also comes in with an acceleration icon. So we have aims on here that's going to ramp up the acceleration on this. And yeah, also too, she has aim minions also that are going to just synergize with it. And that's pretty much what we're going to be looking for on this scenario. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get this all shuffled up here. Quite shuffling those in. It's all about the shuffle. All right, so that's good. This one. Also, too, I want to mention too. There's another pod too in this tournament. While we get this shuffled up. So in the other pod, That's where Jason's sketch, Earth Twister. What else is in there? Oh, there we go. So the other pod, we have Rock, Earth Twister, Ryan, and the Champion also playing on the other side of the division. And everyone's making videos and of these games, so definitely check them out. They put some really good games on, especially with I haven't had a chance to see everyone's games yet so far, but I caught a couple already, and it's really fun just to see like other people that you play with that are playing the same scenario you're playing, and see how it pans out while you're doing it. Especially if someone might be playing the same. Like, I'm interested to see if anyone plays on the other division. If someone played Winter Soldier Leadership, I like to check that out. All right, I think I shuffled it up a million times. I think we're good. All right, this is the practice game. So real quickly, let's put our set aside minion set aside. Put that underneath the Captain America shield. I need more desk space. I don't think I need anything out of here yet. So anyway, can I pull these up without it breaking? Can I do it? Oh. I did it. Yes. I have to play also with by the same token, Black Widow tokens. Right. So let's get this, let's get it going. All right, so we're going to set this up. All right, so Black Widow, stage 2. When revealed, we're going to play. Actually, I think we gotta do the main first. All right, so each player is going to search the encounter deck for a minion and put it into play and engage with them. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and look for. I think we grab the aim soldier or the aim scientist first. So I'll grab that as my first target. All right, and then we reveal this. This starts with 2 threat per player. And then when revealed Black Widow, we place 2 threat per player on the main scheme. So this starts off at 4. All right, and then she has a force interrupt. When a character you control attacks Black Widow, you have to remove 1 threat from the main scheme, then discard the top card of the encounter deck, and then resolve its preparation ability on it. That gives us my hand 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. She also starts with a health of 16. So we have make the call, house this. Okay, so it's kind of. I definitely probably want my house. Remember, we're going to be losing 2 cards. Let's start this game. I think I'm going to scrap all 5 of these. Okay, well, If I'm only going to be keeping 4, I might as well do this. Because I can go 2, 3, put a helicarrier in, then I can put this in. And then that's the most logical thing I can do at that point. This because these are going to be discarded. Alright, so our setup is done. Our mulligan is done. Now we do our setup for Cameo. So Cameo again states search your collection for identity-specific ally and add it to the game. Shuffle the ally into your deck, which we're going to do. But it's not my ally. It's my ally. We're going to shuffle Moon Knight into the deck. And then we are going to discard 2 cards. We'll discard these 2. We'll hold on to these. This gets removed from the game. And we're not using Black Widow 1. Okay, our setup is done, and we are now starting our practice game. Have it. Okay, ideally, I would love to... Yeah, I just thought of something too. I want my arm. I mean, we could still get it. Let's do 2 resources, 3 resources. We'll put in our helicarrier. Then we'll use the helicarrier to reduce the next card that we play by 1, which we'll put in Safe House. Kind of put ourselves in a position because if I call one of those out, can't target him. So we're just going to have to deal with that arm right now. So we're going to flip to Hero. We're going to exhaust. We're going to take out the Aim Scientist. We use our response to take 2 threat off the main. And that's it. We'll ready up. Nick Fury Sr., get ready. Power Leadership. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So threat goes up by X and X's, whatever the stages of Black Widow, which is it's 2. So it's going to go up to 2, so it's back at 4. Black Widow is going to activate an attack for 2 and a boost. I think I will go ahead and defend that. So she'll attack for 2, 3. We'll go ahead and take 1 damage. Drops us down to 10. We'll get ourselves an encounter card. Reveal that encounter card to be a assault. So Black Widow has chosen violence and is attacking again for 2, 3, 4. And we're down to 6. Turn moves over to player. I'm going to use Helicarrier to reduce the next card I play by 1. I'm going to use these 3 cards to bring out a Nick Fury Sr. I'm going to give myself a tough. So I'm not ready to go down yet. And then we'll have Nick Fury thwart 2 off the main. Drop it down to 2. We'll play it, get ready him back up, take another 2 off. Down to 0. He has 2 damage. And we're going to ready up. 4, 5. Arm block. Would be great if I had an arm, but I don't. Thor, strength, squared off, electrical discharge. 2 threat goes down to the main. Alright, I think these are just in the way. I thought it'd be nice, but I don't like them. I'm taking those. 2 threats. Activating, we'll go ahead and block with Fury. That's going to be 5 damage. Thanks, Nick. Counter card is nabbed. Not the card we wanted. So we're going to have to go ahead and find Superhuman. Is it like gone or something? So we find it, we put it into play. So the surge doesn't activate because we're putting it in play, and then it gets 2 threat normally, and then we have to discard cards from the top of our deck. So we get an ally discarded, and then tuck that ally underneath the Adduct Superhumans, and then play start equal to the ally cost, and then we put acceleration on it. So we're gonna discard our cards. 1, 2. Okay, Black Widow is now under there, which sucks because when we get this done, she only works when you play her from her hand. So this is going to have 5 threat onto it. So this has double acceleration on it. We need to get rid of that. Okay. Plays on us. I'm going to do a squared off. So we're going to discard cards. There goes the advance. All right, so we get an aim science, or aim soldier. Has patrol. That's perfectly fine. We reduce next, or actually, no, that wouldn't work. So I'm going to pitch my arm block since I can't use it, and I'll put Thor into play. We are going to then we're going to thwart. Oh, I also, yeah, we're going to thwart 3 off of here. So that goes down to 2. Force response after Thor makes a basic thwart. We have to discard cards until we get a minion in play. Alright, so we're losing out on Master Plan and Dance of Death and the other advance. So both advances are now in there. So the only thing we have to worry about is our 2 activations. There goes my obligation. I love seeing that. There goes the other assault. So then we get an aimed adductor. This gets put into play. And then what we're going to do is we're going to who's the worst out of this group? He has patrol, but that doesn't matter because I'm not going to thwart it. Let's do a strength and electrical discharge. We'll do 4 damage to the aim adductor. And then we can take 2 thwart off the main because we're not scheming. Patrol only says you cannot scheme or thwart, or basically you can't thwart, but we're just removing, so we can totally bypass that. And then we'll go ahead and do a basic thwart on the aim, the Adduct Superhuman. So we'll clear that for 2, and then that's cleared. And then when this is defeated, we can put each ally that's stuck down here into play under the artist's control. So Black Widow comes into play, but we do not get to get her kicker because she wasn't played from the hand. So that's cleaned up. This is cleaned up. We could take a swing at it right now, but I'd rather try and get this guy softened up. So my plan of action right here would be to go ahead and do 2 damage to this guy. And she'll take 1 consequential damage, and we're going to go ahead and just ready up. And then we'll draw up to 5 cards. There's our mask. There's our arm. We really have no reason to flip down right now. And there's our armor. Decisions. And a punch. Two threat goes on to the main. Black Widow is going to attack. I'm just going to let my toughness soak into that. So she's attacking for 2, 3, 4. There goes the tough. The aim soldier is going to attack for 2. I'm going to go ahead and just defend that. No damage there. We'll get an encounter card, which will be, and there it is. She's scheming. So I become confused, which is perfectly fine because I literally do not thwart. Well, I could if I needed to, but I don't need to. So she's scheming for 2, 3. Oh, wow, that's a lot. So that's 5. So that goes on to 7. 7 out of 10, and we lose. 10 we lose. All right. Time to get serious. Let's use our helicarrier to put our arm into play. So now we are the Winter Soldier. This makes me happy. Really should get my armor on. Really want my mask too. A lot of things I want. Let's see here. How do we want to do this? I think we have to. I mean, we can take 5 off with them. I kind of want to see what the minion would be. Or I just have. I mean, we could just straight up kill aim soldier, do some overkill damage, or we can stun her, actually. But with that threat on there, that's not going to really help. Let's use our arm. 1, 2, 3. All right. We're going to do a metal punch. So we exhausted this. Adds 1 damage additional to our attack events. So I need 1 more card. Ugh. Unless I just do the electrical discharge. Do that. Get the kill at least. Could take 2 off. Have them clear that, but she's not even taking any damage right now. How much deck do we have left? Thwart 2 off the main. Take it down to 5. Let's thwart 3, 2, 3. That goes down to 2. We'll get that, we'll get that, and then we'll discard so we get another minion. There's the guard. This is why I kind of wish I had Hawkeye on the table right now. As much as I would like card draw, I think the ideal situation right now would be to I guess maybe pace myself. Let's cybernetic arm 1. 1, And let's do. Let's see, just do the damage. Let's do this. All right, electric discharge. Or maybe we got guard now, so we can't do it. So let's just go ahead and straight up kill him. Oh wait, I can't even. Oh, I couldn't even do that. Well, all right. So basically, what I would do first is I kind of misplayed. So I shouldn't have thwarted first because he's got patrol. I forgot he's got that. So I would have done the discharge first, killed him, then have them thwart, and then that would have brought him out. And then, so that would have taken 2 off, and then they would have thwarted 5. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So we have that cleared. All right, it's out of order, but it lines up. And then I guess we'll use the metal punch to put our mask on. No, I actually had to use one of those resources to do that. So yeah, we would have done 1. This would pay for that. All right, so that's complete, and then we'll hold on to these 2. See when he gets situated. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rifle. All right, so 2's going on. She's going to attack. I'm probably just going to have Widow block this. So 2, 3, 4, and then that's her. All right, cool. So all her activations to scheming are now in the discard pile. Both covert ops are in there and both assassins. So she takes the hit. Armed Grunt is going to attack for 1. I'll just take the 1. We'll get an encounter card, which will be Exhaustion. That sucks. Surges into a commando. And I guess I probably don't have that. Nope. So I'm going to hit for quick strike. 1, 2, down to 3. All right. Well, that happened. What do we do? Don't have any attack events. Is there anyone worth bringing out? Fury Senior can come out. You could give me a block. We should probably just get some armor on. So let's helicarrier, winter rifle, winter armor. That gives us +3 hit points. We are now steady. So we are no longer used. I say we maybe we play this world roll. Maybe we take the flip down. We got 6 health now. All right, Squirrel Girl comes out. Deal damage to everybody. We'll have her attack. Or one off. See, we just put 2 on him, have Thor finish him off. Or maybe we keep the guard. So he doesn't do a lot of damage. So I think we have Squirrel Girl. So she doesn't want everybody. Let's have her do 2 on him, and then we'll just have. Oh, she takes damage too. And then we'll just we would have just had him exhaust and kill the commando, since he does 2 damage. And then Thor will go away. And then it's ready up. Let's see what happens. We got some health points. We got 6 health. We're good. Mockingbird. Oh, there's Hawkeye and there's Moon Knight. Cool. All right, 2 goes on. It's up to 4. Widow attacks. Squirrel Girl blocks. So attacking for 2, 3. And Grunt attacks for 1. That drops us down to 7. Get a counter card, and just another Grunt with guard. Okay. Let's do it. We need a flip down. Let's use Helicarrier. And we'll put out Moon Knight. And let's use it. So one of those quick strike ones, don't want to deal with that. Actually, is that the one? Those are the ones that. Yeah, let's break them out, because he'll reveal that he'll reveal the scientist, and I don't want it on the table. Cool. He's stunned and confused. And then we will. Need to kill something. Fourth threat on here. We might as well probably kill him. Not gonna be doing any attacking. Let's do 2 damage to the one that we just brought out. We'll take a consequential. We will then could do a get ready, ready him up. Hit him again, hit that guy for 2 and get him ready to go. Or put 2 on him with a get ready up. Or play the 3, get Hawkeye on the table so he's on the table, so any other future minions that come out. Yeah, let's do that. Get ready. And we'll put 2 on him. No, I think it'd be better just to have that main cleared. So, not do that. Let's do this. We're going to still play the get ready. We'll have Winter Soldier kill him. We will drop that down to 2. Then we'll do the get ready, ready up, pour 2 off of this, bring it down to 0. We'll put a practice plan down just to have it down. We're going to flip to hero. And then we're going to hold off. Right. So she has, we're good on the activations with the scheme. So, oh yeah, she probably drops our hand size. 4, 5, we decked out. We got a counter card. All right. Oh, I don't know how to count. Okay, I'm holding on to those. So this should have been 3. That should have been 4. That should have been 5, and then that should have been 6. So I wouldn't have decked out. Never mind. Those. Six. Well. All right. Shoes on. She's starting for 2, 3, 4. That goes up to 6. 1, 2. That's 8. 8 out of 10. We lose at 10. Counter card would be she now has her gauntlets. So the way that her gauntlets work is she has retaliate 1. And she gets +1 attack. So after a character you control attacks her, if no preparation ability was resolved, discard this card after resolving the retaliate keyword. So we want to make sure this is down to 0 before we even try getting rid of those. Okay, turns on us. I'm going to recover for 3. And then we're 8. I'm going to carrier 2 resources. We're going to put a let's put Hawkeye on the table. Let's go 1, 2. Let's go 1, 2 resources. Put Maria Hill on the table. Draw a card into, well, he should not be in here because he was discarded. I messed this all up. All right. 4 counters there. Let's use the safe house and see if there's anything worth hunting. Yeah, there is. Let's grab a commando since he can't quick strike me right now. And we'll gladly give him 2 damage from Hawkeye. And then we get the draw card. So we decked out. Now we get the. Now we get it. Nick Fury Sr. I wish I had more resources and get him out because that would actually be super helpful right now. Okay, well, flipping to hero. We are exhausted. Let's play 2 resources and put down a silent infiltration. The only thing we really could do right now or 2 off of this. Or 1. Might as well just get rid of him. And that's it. That's pretty good. One, 2, 3, 5. Oh, there's our mask. Okay, so threat goes on by 2, 7 out of 10. She's attacking for 2 and a boost. We'll go ahead and let Maria Hill take that. So 2, 3, 4. Kill Maria. The 2 grunts are going to attack. We'll go ahead and take 2 on that. So drops down to 6. We'll get 2 encounter cards. Revealing the first one's going to be a Acrobatics. If you're an alter ego form, we would change the hero form. Then Black Widow's going to attack. She gets 2 boost cards for this, so she's attacking for 3 and 2 boosts. Decisions. I will go ahead and use my cybernetic arm. I don't know. Do I die, you think? I'm going to do a basic defense. Let's see what happens. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm down. So defense is 2. I took 4 damage. I am down to 2 health. Almost died. Hopefully we don't get another one. We get a gang up. Yes, that's awesome. That's terrific. Well, she's going to attack. I will have Moon Knight block it. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4. Moon Knight falls. One of the grunts is going to attack. I'll have Hawkeye defend it, so he'll take 1 damage. And then the aim grunt will hit me for 1. So we are now down to 1 health. Cool. Okay. So that's a thing. We need to do something. So let's do cybernetic arm. And we're going to use it to generate a physical resource. Oh, no. Let's generate a mental resource, or no, an energy resource. And then we'll go, well, actually, no, let's do this. Helicarrier to put in our winter mask. And then wild resource. And then arm block, get ready. We'll have this one be the energy resource. So we get +1 additional damage because it's an attack event. We're playing multi-talented. We are going to deal 3 damage to this grunt. So that will defeat it because he was at 3 health remaining. So we get to do everything on the list here. So we paid physical. We get to deal 3, which we did. Mental allows us to remove 2 threat from a scheme. We also get to remove 2 more threat from scheme because we just defeated an enemy. And then we get to heal for 2. So we bump up to 3. I do get the hero response with my mask, which allows me to, after we defeat an enemy, we can draw a card, which we draw into an energy. And then the other hero response is we get to discard Silent Infiltration because we did attack and defeat an enemy. We get to discard this card, ready our hero, and then confuse an enemy, which we're going to go ahead and confuse her, which is awesome. The next thing we're going to do is... Oh, since we played a preparation, I'm going to go ahead and use practice plan, and I'm going to put that right back in my hand. And that's what I was talking about, doing that. And then we're going to play... Then, oh, what? Oh. It's okay, we'll get this out next turn. We're going to put that back down. We're going to hold on to our rifle. She's confused. I'm going to flip down smartly and recover for 3. Put us up to 6. And let's not try and die. So the threat is at 3. She's confused. He's only going to scheme for 1. We should be okay because all the activations are still in the discard pile. So we'll hold on to our rifle. So we're going to drop ready up and drop to 6. So practice plan. Electrical discharge. Power of leadership. Metal punch, perfect. And I make a call. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. 2 threat goes on. It's 5. She is confused, scheming for 1. That goes up to 6. We shouldn't get an activation. We don't, but she does get her goggles now. So with her goggles, she gets +1 to her scheme. So each encounter card without a printed preparation ability gains the preparation ability, prevent all damage from this attack. And then discard the goggles. So these will literally stay on here until she does her preparation ability. And then doesn't take any damage, and then they go away. Cool. So we survived that. That's sweet. All right. Let's get serious. Make the call Moon Knight or make the call Maria Hill? That's the question. Kartra is good. I think we make the call and do Power of Leadership and just get Maria Hill on the table. And then we draw a card. We're squared off. And then I think we... practice plan. I want to get this rifle on the table. It's taking forever. We're going to recover for 3. It's down to 9. We are going to flip. We're a soldier. We are going to have Let's have Marie. He'll do 1 damage. Let's do cyberkinetic arm. And we'll use squared off to actually helicarrier, cybernetic arm, electrical discharge. We'll deal 4 damage. And we'll take him out. That will trigger this. 1, 2. Trigger our mask to draw a card. Trigger this. It's ready up. Put confusion on. We'll use preparation to get that back into our hand. And then we're going to play 3 resources. And we're going to put our rifle on the table now. So now we have a gun. We're getting built. Let's clear 2 off of that. Down 2. All right, we built. Three, 4, 5. Maybe we can get a stun on her. All right, so we get 2. It's 4. She's going to attack for 2, 3. Maria. Gone. Counter card is Shadows of the Past. We are going to have a Crossbones. He comes in with Quick Strike. I'll take it. Hydra hit squad has 3 threat per player. Basically what this does, it makes all Hydra minions get +2 hit points. And they get +1 attack. And he's got 7 health now. And he has 3 attack. So I got hit for 3. And these will get shuffled into the deck. And that sucks because his rifle is pretty annoying. I will return the favor. Throw 2 damage at him. And turn moves over to me. What do we want to do? We need to get rid of that. I think let's do 1, 2, 3. To play multi-talented. We will deal 3 damage. Actually, before we do that, let's do... We'll have Hawkeye remove 1. Billy will go away. Then we play the multi-talented. I choose to remove the 2 threat first, which this goes away, so his hit points go back to 5. And I'm going to heal 2, and then throw 3 damage on him, which would defeat him, which allows me to remove 2 threat off of the main. And that makes me happy. I'm going to Helicarrier, and I'm going to Strength, and I'm going to throw Metal Punch at Black Widow. There is 2 threat on the main, so we have to take 1 off. And after character control, X Black Widow, there's no preparation. So I get hit with the Retaliate. And there's no preparation on this, so she literally takes no damage. But then this gets discarded. I think I'm going to flip down. I'm going to recolor 3. She's about to get a deck reshuffle, so might as well before she gets her activations back. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm about to catch out too. All right, 1, 2. Confused. Counter card is Stun Net. I actually have that. Ooh. So we can't attack. Lame. Oh, we do have a Black Widow. Okay. And we have a Get Ready. So we have options. All right. I don't think there's any more minions in that table, in that deck. So I'm not even going to bother trying to attempt to use. Oh, I forgot to try to card with my Winter Mask. I killed crossbones. Oh well. That happens. Okay. Let's flip. And then let's do make the call. Who do we want? Let's get Moon Knight. Or we get Fury Senior. Take him. Probably should have targeted the 2, 3. Probably should have targeted. Oh, I need 4. Choose Widow. He comes in, and we'll remove 3 threat, and then we'll exhaust him to get rid of this, and then we will get ready him back up. I am going to attack Black Widow for 2, and we're going to use our rifle because we now have piercing and ranged, and we're going to hit her for 4. There's no threat on the main, so she gets no preparation on that. She drops down to 11. Since she wasn't able to do that, this gets discarded. And then we'll have Nick go ahead and hit her for 2. Ready up. Drawing up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's my team up card. I shouldn't have thrown her away. Threat goes up to 2. She's attacking for 2 to boost. Block with senior. 3. He's gone. Counter card is destroy evidence. So now there's crisis. This gets hinder 2, so it's going to come in with 4. So each other encounter card gains insight. Probably want to get rid of that. Is she down to 9? I guess I'm going to. I'm just going to deck out anyways. I might as well do this. Go 1, reduce that by 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll just do that. Do that to play Thor. We'll go ahead and have him clear 3 of that off. We'll take 1. Then we have to discard so we get a minion, which we do. Discard. And she decks out. And we get acceleration. Attack for 3. He goes away. We'll draw a card. Go an arm block. I didn't play this yet. So when we killed him, we cleared this. And then we used our arm to do a metal punch, which will do 8 damage. Then she'll take 1 off. And there's nothing on there, so she's going to take a straight 8 damage. So she is down to 1. And we'll ready up. We'll deck out. Three, 4. Okay. Okay, 3 threat goes on, so this goes up to 4 out of 10. She is going to attack. I am going to I guess block with Thor. So 2, 3, 4. It's gone. Now we get dumped an encounter card. First one is under fire. Review surge and reveal the top card of the deck. Hide your hit squad. Next one is caught off guard. Quick strike. I will defend. Let's do. Here. We'll do 3 resources. And we'll put in a Fury Senior. We'll remove 3 threat off of here. Get rid of that. We will then hit him for 2. I will get ready. And we'll take 2 off the main. Three goes on. Attacking for 2 and a boost. Fury Senior. He's going to attack for 2. I will. Yeah, I don't have that anymore. I'll just take it. Counter card is she got her goggles back. Player turn. Let's do make the call 2 or bring back Nick. So put one of those down too. We'll have him take 3 off. 1, 2, 3. And let's do heal him. Take 2 off. Winter Mask to the bats. So nothing. And then we'll have Nick attack for 2. She doesn't get to trigger her thing because there's no threat on the main. So we do defeat her. And we take her over to the 3rd stage. When she's revealed, we put 3 threat per player on the main. Oh, so there's 3 threat on it now. And then she gets 20 health. 20 points to freedom. Alright. Well, that's ready up. I will hold on to these 2. So 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be 4 threat goes on. We could lose. So, because it's 3 and then the acceleration. So we are 7 out of 10. She's going to attack. Fury's going to block. So 2, 5, 6. He's out. Counter card is Widow's Bite. You are stunned, but we're not. Because we are, in fact, using our Winter's Armor. So we have 1 stun on that. So we're half stunned, half confused. And it's our turn. We have 7th threat to worry about right now. That's terrible. Well, let's do this. We'll do 1, and then a helicarrier to do an electrical discharge. We would deal 4 damage, but we have to do the preparation. So since there's no preparation on here, this would say prevent all damage. So she takes no damage, but she still gets stunned. And she loses her goggles. And we got rid of shadows. And we had to take 1 off here. That being said, I'm going to attack her. And I'm going to use my rifle. So we have to take 1 off. And discard 1 event card from your hand. All right, square it off. I had no allies. I'm fine with that. You still take 4 damage. So we got it down to 16. And there's no point in me holding on these 2 because I don't have my arm. Going armless. Let's ready it. We got a stun on her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is activating. So she's putting. So that's at 9. I might be in trouble. Attacking me for. Oh, I know. She's stunned. So no activation. Counter card is Crossbones. She's going to hit me with a quick strike of 2. I'm going to. I think that's it. I think that's game. So I do not have any other things I can do because of the main scheme. I can work 2, but I can't take him out for 5. I have to work 2, but she'll win on the next wake up. Well, yeah, that's it. Well, I guess the only thing I can do is attack Crossbones for 2 and then 3, 4. Put 2 resources down to put this down. And I would hold on to that. Ready up. 3, 4, 5, and then she wakes up. 3 threats, 1, 2, 3, and then the acceleration 13, and we lose that. We lost the practice game. But at least I was able to get a feel of how I want to approach this game. I think I want to make sure that I have my friends available to help with the thwart when that happens, so I can maybe possibly get rid of that that main down, but it was going up 4 per wake up, so not much you can really do to stop that, especially when you're playing a scenario that has literally like such a low threshold. But either way, all right, now we're gonna play the real game. Get rid of all the all right, starts with 2 and 1 reveal, put 2 on, so that's 4. 16 health, we don't have that. Hold on. All right, let's do this again. So again, when reveal, we're going to reveal a minion. I'm going to go the same route I did last time. I'm going to go for the aim scientist because I know I'll be able to take him out in one shot and take 2 threat off the main. All right, and then this is my official play for the tournament. All right. So, before we do that, we got to do our mulligan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. So I like that. It's a nice setup at least. Yeah, I should just. Get a confused on it right away. and just get rid of those. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm actually kind of liking that a lot better. I am going to lose 4 cards. If out of anything, I want Hawkeye on the table. 2, 3, and then 4. So do I sacrifice money or get him on the table, and it's going to give me? That's a tough one. Can only keep 4. I mean, I could always 2, 3, or these 3. Get that down. Hold him, or play all 3. Or it's either. I mean, these are these 3 to put this down. Or put him down, and I got something to help me out with hitting stuff. Well, those 4 are staying. These 2 get discarded. We remove Cameo from the game. We put our ally into there, and we shuffle them into our deck. This is... I don't know. I feel like I keep the Helicarrier. I'm gonna put Hawkeye in. Oh no, maybe I put this in first. Hold on to him. He'll be a 2 cost then. I think I do that. Yeah. Alright, so we'll hold that. Flip, going in armless. We'll take him out. Take 2, throw off the main. We'll hold this. Ready up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our arm. Cool. That works. So probably what I'll do is I'll Helicarrier arm and then spend 3, get Hawkeye on the table. That's probably what my next play is going to be. Alright, 2 threat goes on. She's attacking for 2 and a boost. Let's take it for 2, 3. So we get an encounter card. 1, 2, 3. Down to 8 health. Revealing the encounter card is an assault. Once again, choosing violence. You're a jerk. I will defend. 2, 3. So we take 1 damage. Helicarrier says I get to put in my arm. And then we're going to go... Can we stun her? I want Hawkeye on the table. Hawkeye's coming on the table. She's already starting off swinging. I'm going to have him thwart 1 off the main at least. So at least we say we did something. And then we'll get 4 arrows on here. It's all my arrows. Two. There's my mask. 3. There's armor. Make the call. We should. We should make the call. All right. We're gonna go 1, 2. This goes up to 5. She's going to attack. I am no longer exhausted. I do not have anything to protect myself. I'll take it 2, 3, 4. Down to 3. Counter card is Shadows of the Past. Crossbones comes in. He does have quick strike, so he's attacking for 3. I'm going to defend and take 1. And then Hawkeye will hit him with that. What to do? Make the call. Power leadership. 2 resources. Bring out Thor. We're going to have him clear that. And then we're going to do his response forced. There's 1. So he's got guard. 1 consequential damage. We'll throw 2 damage at him from Hawkeye. Helicarrier to put my mask down. We'll do 1 damage. It's not looking good. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two threat goes on. 7 out of 10. We lose. She's going to attack for 2 and a boost. Hawkeye will block. Crossbones is going to attack for 2. We will defend that. We'll let the grunt hit us for 1. Wait, was that the... Yeah, that was her boost. Oh. And then counter card. Right? Yeah, that was your boost for the Hawkeye kill. Alright, counter card is... That's terrible. So she's attacking again with 2 boost cards. I have no choice but to have Thor take the hit. So, see ya. And she attacked for 5, 6, 7. See ya, Thor. As you can see, this is completely going opposite of what happened last game. This is very aggressive. Don't know what to do. We need to reset. 1. So we're going to do a multi-talented. We're going to throw 3 damage on him. We're going to heal 2. We're also going to take 2 off the main, and then we get to take 2 off the main because we defeated him with an attack. Then we're going to exhaust our mask to draw a card into a power of leadership. We'll use that, get Maria Hill on the table. We'll draw another card into a metal punch. We'll have her thwart 2 off the main. So now we got that under control. I'm going to Helicarrier. I'm going to put Moon Knight out. I'm going to grab someone not terrible. We'll grab him. So the other ones have quick strike, and I do not want. Actually, you know what? I could grab the mercenaries. So they have guard. But this one's gonna be stunned and confused. And then we'll have Moon Knight. Put 2 damage on him. We'll hold on to the metal punch. Already. I don't want to flip down. Because we have not seen any activations, her activations for scheming, and we've not seen any advances yet. And the last thing I want to do is put myself in a real terrible situation where she wins by threat. So my best bet is to use Maria Hill as a blocker, and then I'll try to use Metal Punch, overkill that, so I at least do some damage to her and move this thing along. Metal Punch we're keeping. There's our rifle. There's some energy. There's that. Do we have a Black Widow? No. 3, 4, 5. So I could get 2 more activations out of Moon Knight before he goes away. Or I might leave him as a blocker. 1, 2. We got 2 going on. And she is going to attack for 2 in a boost. We'll have Maria Hill block that. There's 1 advance. So thanks, Maria. The aim grunt is going to attack for 1. I'm just going to go ahead and let that go through. And then he is stunned. Counter card is Side Scheme, Destroy Evidence. Puts Crisis on here, and it comes in with 2 threat. And it also has 2 more threat per player for Hinder, so that'd be a total of 4. And cool. Our turn. What do we want to do? We want to not die, preferably. I think what we do is we thwart 2 off of this with the old Moon Knight. He'll take 2 consequential damage. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to Helicarrier, use our Cybernetic Arm, and we'll use the Winter Widow Soldier Spy card. And we are going to do a Metal Punch, and we're going to punch the Hydra Mercenary. So this is going to be 8 damage, but he has 1 hit point left, so there's going to be 7 overkill damage that'll spill over to Black Widow. And it doesn't trigger that thing because it's overkill damage. So he dies. And then I'm going to trigger this to draw a card. And then I'm going to... that's it, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, remove 2 threat off of scheme. Bye. I destroyed the evidence. Hooray. Yay me. Cool. And then I have a make a call. So ideally what I probably would want to do now is I want to yeah, we're gonna get ready. Let's do this. We're gonna hit him for 2. Drop him down to 4. Moon Knight goes away. But not for long. I'm going to make the call. I'm going to rifle. I'm going to bring back Moon Knight. And I think I'm going to grab another mercenary. He gets stunned and confused. Really need to start thinking about health. We'll go ahead and what's this at? 3. Let's put 2 on him. We'll have him take him out. And then we'll clear 2 off of this. And then there's 1, and then that's it. There's a metal punch. But the multi-talented is looking a lot more presentable. Okay. 2 threat on. She's attacking. We'll have Moon Knight block. It's going to be 2. Here goes an assault. Moon Knight takes the hit. Down. Hydra Mercenary is stunned. Counter card is a rifle. Unfortunately, I think that's what kills me. After you attach high-tech armament to an enemy, that enemy activates against you. She's attacking for 3 and a boost. And I wish I had an arm block, but I don't. So I guess I'll... hopefully she doesn't get a boost icon, and she does. And that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 my defensive 3. I'm dead. That's it. We tried. We started getting things chucking along, but unfortunately, the Black Widow takes the game. But yeah, this was I like to this was a fun scenario. I always enjoy playing Black Widow. She's a lot tougher than what most people give her credit for. She can hit you hard, and then she can go crazy with the main scheme, with the threat, as you saw what happened when I flipped her in my practice game. But unfortunately, so since we're taking that as a loss, we only get 3 points for the first round. Looking forward to the next game. I believe it's going to be Venom. I should be doing that one a couple days from now. Other than that, I'd like to say thanks for everyone who stopped by and checked this out. If you did enjoy the gameplay or any feedback or comments, please feel free to provide feedback. It's always appreciated. And if you can give a like onto the channel, it helps my channel get a little bit bigger, maybe. Who knows? Other than that, my name's Jeff, and I will see you next time on Facing the Encounter. Have a good night.